just say, wait a minute, I made documentary now.
Yes.
And then I said, let's have a glass of water, and we never did.
We never had you offered me a glass of water, which was very kind. That's how I know things are going well when I meet someone. It's when they invite me out for water.
Now we are here, and I just want to tell you that last time I made this also speech here, and I absolutely insist on the most uncomfortable chair to sit, which is this one. I'm sorry, you get also the same uncomfortable chair.
I like an uncomfortable chair. I think it helps us keep our posture. So, for those who don't know, because it is a very niche television show, I created a show with Bill Hader and Fred Armisen. It's called Documentary Now, and we made hyper-specific documentary parodies, and we made one.
Could not be more happy. I think Ulaj should sue him, but you know, not me. But it was incredibly good made, and I was so impressed about all the details of my life. And Cat Blanchett, my Slavic accent, who is impeccable. So, why you did it, actually, and how you studied so well? I was shocked.
Well, there's anything, when you do an episode of Documentary Now, you watch the source material over and over again, and you look for inspiration, and I was just I fell in love with you every time I watched it. I mean, that was the most wonderful thing. Like, I fell in love with you, I fell in love with your work, and so it became a thing where we weren't trying to write to make fun of your art, we were writing to celebrate it.
Zero. That's his painting. That's my work, that's his painting. That's another work, Relation in Space with Ulaj. This is his painting. Again, my work, his work. Then Rest Energy, which is the video that I made with Ulaj, that I think everybody know. This is a photograph work. This is his painting. The problem with this is that I want to sue the guy because he sold this work for $350,000 or $500,000, and I never get any of this kind of money because I make all my performances for free.
Yeah.
All of this.
So, did you ever talk to him? Did you ever reach out?
Never talked to him, but just to, let's go farther, just to see how unbelievable. Look at the car, look at this, I'm cleaning the skeleton, the bucket is red, but he made this wonderful appropriation that he only put the red on the top. But it's the same bucket, same work. I sue him. The lawyer dismissed my case because he said every single photograph that he painted on the canvas is homage to Marina Abramović, so I can sue. The great way to do with this sort of shit. Next, homage to Marina Abramović. So, case closed. Another one, The Hero. I just want to go through some of this stuff.
How do you feel when he appropriates it and gives you a skull?
You know, if they're good ones and they have humor, I really respect them. This is why I love, Documentary Now, because there's so much humor and it's so much actually well done that really put the joy in my face. And also it's good, to put this kind of work in the main culture. And this would happen later on in some other of my work. So this I really like. So this is another appropriation. This is the Genital Panic from Maria Expo, the Guggenheim Museum performed. This is appropriation. But wait till I come to the absolutely the best part. Okay, Vogue. Then come the Vogue. All right, everybody know Stephen Mason. This is absolutely true that fashion photographers look art and copy art, but something what even Stephen Mason made is just too much, I think. And I, of course, sue him, and I didn't have enough money to go on, and his manager sent me a wonderful letter to say that he's so inspired by work, but he's so inspired by work to the really incredible extent why he doesn't mention the Vogue, and the cover of the Vogue and 10 pages of the Vogue is really well paid, which artists didn't get 1 penny. So let me see what he done. This is pretty impressive. So, this is him. Ben Couch, who like me in relation work. This is him. Of course, he put some clothes on the.
Now, was Ule also upset?
Yes, but he didn't pay the lawyer. I did. So look at this. Lots of clothes to see. But wait to see the mind really point when I think he got too much. Another one. Look at the position of the legs. I mean, it's perfection. It's exactly study. I mean, the details are amazing.
So this is 1998, and may I ask, how did you find out about it? Did you just see it on a newsstand? Is that the first time you knew this had happened?
No, of course. I like walks. I saw it. I said, this is impossible. But look at this. He's not just enough that he looked at the video work. He also observed the video, not just the video performance, but he looked at the details. So look at this now. This is when I just show you this moment. Do you see? I fall. Do you see that fall?
Yes.
What he does?
Yes.
I mean, excuse me. He studied exactly position of the fall. So he really go into the absolutely copy. You know, this is like Xerox of fashion. Look at this.
It's very funny to me that there is no, although at the same time I'm realizing I'm a hypocrite because I certainly didn't reach out to you before I did Documentary Now. But it is strange that people in the art world would make art based on you, or in the fashion world would make art based on you, and you would just sort of find out by discovering it on your own.
You know, I always continue working, and sometimes, you know, the ideas come late. Like I had this wonderful couple in New Zealand who look exactly like who like me, except she was blonde and I'm not, and they will actually redo every performance they will be done, but always with delay, because New Zealand news comes too late. So they'll always be not the first one, we were the one, and then we will do immediately.
So how do you, when you make art and you know, there's an impermanence to it when you make it, do you feel as though it belongs to everybody once you have finished with it?
I really feel that art belongs to everybody. At the moment I finish the work, I'm not nostalgic looking to the past or carrying. I just leave it up there, and then people can do whatever, can deal with them. And actually this skull went into the space sculpture. I mean, look at this. Wait, what did I do? Did I saw this one? Oh yeah. So this is what actually become part of every tattoo.
Yeah.
This piece has been really, I think some tattoo agency already have this as an option to tattoo whatever you want. The children doing it on the street.
The Mickey Mouse one, you should sue Disney because they're very litigious. They would never let you get away with that.
Then, all kinds of it. I mean, honestly, this is a kind of big decision to put. Look at this. It's the perfect spray for the sun.
But you must feel, especially when you see somebody who wants to make it a permanent part of themselves, you must realize that you have made a very special thing that stayed with people to this degree.
I'm not unhappy. I really like it. I didn't like it in the beginning when I started as an artist. I didn't want to be original, unique, nobody can copy you, and I get very upset. But then you absolutely, with Instagram and Twitter and all of this, social media, you completely lose control. So I can spend my entire life suing people or not. This is the guy who made the photograph of me on the big hugging pillow, and then he selling this pillow for, like 350 the euro, and he says sleeping with Marina Abramović, you can hug the pillow. So what I do with this, I send the email to forbidden this distribution because it's like a little bit too intimate. Yeah. Sleeping with me every night. No. Then we have this books, Italian, publisher who published the book for the children of my performances. I didn't put this in this to see it. Also without any kind of asking for permission, to just make a story.
All right, what do you have next for us?
So this goes forever. Very popular.
It's very good.
Okay. All right. So now we get to Artist is Present.
Yeah.
This was the first performance in my life that was paid by doing it, because I had to sit 3 months in the museum and I could not do anything else, so to be paid rent, etc. So it's the first time I've been paid for performance. I was 65 years old and I sit 3 months in the museum. And this piece was seen by 850,000 people. 1,500 people sit in the front of me. Marco Neri, who is a photographer right here in our audience, took every photo of every person sitting and amount of time he did. It was a dream, the piece that the public would wait outside of the museum, sleep in the front of the museum, go to and just look. I have 86 members of the guards who normally come to guard the museum. On the weekends they will come home, change their uniforms and wait in line to sit with me. This was something that changed everything, and I really think I was responsible to put the performance art in the global scale in the museum.
It was fascinating. It was great. Yeah. It was so special. I mean, I think there's something it's so uniquely New York to live in a city where everybody is talking about a performance art piece and how important it is to see it. And everyone I knew who had gone said it was beyond what they could have ever hoped it would be. Do you remember moments? Do you remember faces that you stared into during that time?
I remember lots of faces. I remember people still seeing the street that I look for the faces. It's of course not everybody, but it was so emotional, so incredibly engaging. And this is the first time that I really experienced unconditional love for every human being there, regardless the sex, regardless the gender, regardless the color, or social status. It was just an incredible experience.
Was that your expectation of it when you first conceived of it, that it would have that effect on you, or did you
when I talked to Klaus Wieselbach, the decorator of the show, he wanted to do performance called Artist is Present, the big show on the 6th floor, where every piece I'm present, because I'm the kind of object subject of my work. But when he gave me the title, I was thinking this is a great idea that actually, in an invitation, like in an exhibition, and say artist is going to be present, a painting, whatever, at the opening, I say, why not at our time? I saw the possibility of Artist is Present to show how the energy of the performance can actually change the perception of what performance is. And I really actually succeeded. But when I told him that I'm going to sit there, he said to me, this is ridiculous. This is New York, nobody have time. This chair will be empty. And I said, I will sit anyway. The chair was never empty. The artist I'm sitting there is Ted Ching. He never writes show now at the Foundation. This is the artist who I absolutely regarded as a master. This man made 5 performances, and each performance 1 year of his life. So he was the first one to sit with me. Then we have Marcel Duchamp. Mm-hmm. Then we have diversion. Then we have some other different people creating the pieces for themselves. Mm-hmm. Then, sitting virtual reality, but I am empty. Then a little bit of fashion. Then Artist is Present with a little dog.
Marina Abramović.
Then we have Lord.
Yeah.
This is her new album. I was so impressed how expression is identical. Even the drop of the saliva from my nose, and her nose is there. You see the detail?
Yes. There you go.
Then we have...
You're very memeable, Marina. You're very memeable.
Then we have him.
Yeah. He wasn't comfortable being that close to you. That's a good one.
And now,
What does New York mayoral elect Zohar Mamdani and the performance artist Marina Abramović have in common? Inspired by Abramovic's performance, the artist is present. Today's event, The Mayor is Listening, adapts the performance for civil engagement.
We're here at the Museum of the Moving Image in Astoria, Queens. It's The Mayor is Listening. It's a 12-hour endurance listening to New Yorkers session as Ron is in a room back over there speaking to New Yorkers who each have 3 minutes to come in and share a little bit about their lives, an issue that's important to them, a dream that's been deferred, a concern that hasn't been heard. And down there we have some senior leadership on the team who are doing the same, so that New Yorkers who typically wouldn't get a chance to speak to power are having a chance to shape the thoughts, the perspectives, and the planning of the incoming administration.
My name is Julian and I come from Brooklyn. And I'm going to ask the mayor about affordability specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I think if people watched it and realized you actually unlock something in a human interaction when you force people to sort of sit and look at each other.
I am incredibly proud the city mayor was got inspiration from me, and I think that's really, really good thing.
Yeah.
I was incredibly actually happy that somebody sent to me this material.
I have a question about the moment where Ule showed up unexpectedly at MoMA. It's an incredible moment in the documentary. I think it had a real drama to it. How did you feel, though, that that became sort of one of the core moments of people's memory of that, long-running 3-month show, where your former partner shows up?
This is something happened in MoMA that has stepped from the just almost unknown performance artist into kind of global figure. And this was really shocking for me, because I was not used to, and I was the same, and never changed. But the projection on me, it's very interesting how they work in the especially American media. First, they like to discover you. They really like to discover you. Then they discover you. Then they really write incredible good things about you. And then they put you into glamour section, and they like to trash you. And this, I experienced all of this. Why is like this?
Did you have a favorite part of that 4-step process?
The trashing one is kind of complicated, especially when I got into conspiracy theory, which is not fun. And then a part of this, in Guardian, the newspaper in England is even worse, because I don't know America, but in Guardian, if you write in the article and the person who put the title on your article is 2 different compartments.
Yes, that happens here too, yes.
So I remember this, I will never forget this. I made a beautiful interview and they sent me for approval. I approved the interview. It was a big show in London and I had a big spread in Guardian. So Sunday morning I go there, I buy the Guardian and get my coffee in the coffee shop to read. And then I see the title. The title was Marina Abramović, Love, Dirty Jokes, Magic Crystals, and Young Lovers. I want to die. This is 62 years of my work, made in very short sentence. So, of course, made yourself better, and the shitty title said better. Nothing can change. Do you think that you can change something with your shows in television?
If I could change something in television, what would I change?
Anything, perception of the world, giving different type of message. I'm just interested.
I mean, I wish, look, I think one of the things about, I like making television that is of the day. I'm very lucky, right? Like I don't have to plan in advance, and it feels vital and current and urgent. And I would just encourage, if I could change everything, I would encourage everybody to watch it when it airs, because that's what the advertisers pay for.
Let's talk a little bit about your humor. How you get such a good jokes?
I don't know, but I will say that the kindest thing Marina texted me after we met, because we traded numbers, and she told me I had a Balkan sense of humor. And I didn't know what that meant, but I was very excited. And I've since told a lot of people, like when I tell jokes and people don't get it, I say it's just because you don't have a Balkan sense of humor. I have a lot of thoughts about Ule showing up to MoMA? Did you not feel at all that he wanted to be a part of something that he was not a part of?
Well, I was my guest. I invited him as my guest owner of the show, but I didn't have no idea he's going to sit there. So it was very surprising that he sit there. Finally sit there and, flash my entire life in front of me. This is the first time I break my entire rules and touch his hand. So this moment of really true emotions was viewed by, 20 million, 22 million people, because it really was something so real.
Yeah.
And then after that, he went back to Europe and he saw me. He saw me because he think that now I'm in MoMA, I'm a really rich bitch. And then it was an incredible, ugly, difficult law case. And I lost everything on the percentage it would be claimed in Dutch law. And I have to pay so much money. And I was so desperate and so angry that I took the trip to India, 36 hours, to come to small Ayurveda place that I normally go. And when I arrived there, 2 hours earlier, he was there with his wife already, without knowing that I'm there at the same time in the same place. This was terrible, because it means 1 month to meditate together in the same room and be with the person that I just, had really this huge problem. And in this process of being months there together, I actually forgive each other. And then later on, now it's 4 years he died from the liver cancer. And his wife and widow and me, we just made 2 months ago the big show in Slovenia called Love, Hate and Forgiveness. Everything one relation can have. And I'm very happy that we done that.
That's great. That was do you have it's a shame he didn't go to law school. He should have gone to law school based on how often he sued people.
I'm very bad in this. It looks like I'm not really doing well with the lawsuits. And now I give up. It's too expensive.
Right, what do you have?
I remember the moment I was in upstate, in a supermarket, and I just slipped on one. It was kind of ice cream or something. I slip and fall down. And I just want to stand up. And there was an old man standing there, said to me, don't stand up, there is $250,000 right there. And I said, there's nothing wrong with me. He said, don't worry. So the manager arrived, and he said nothing was wrong, and he's writing in live letters still. How wonderful that they didn't sue me.
Great.
America.
All right, fashion, culture.
Look at this.
So,
Gold lips.
Go a little, again, this is, these are people being inspired by your work and making.
This is Joseph Boyce talking to the dead rabbit about art. Somehow he appeared with the rabbit too. Another one. More gold lips. The people, they really look what I'm doing. Astronaut. And now, this is all I need performance. Can we put some sound? I lost most for 3 months.
3 months?
But it was really about screaming. It was see when you scream in the top of your voice, how the scream change, become scream of the child, scream of the bird, scream of the unhappiness, anger, and joy, and become the music. So this was a really experiment, and we screamed to each other, mouse, till I lost voice. But okay, now we have fashion.
Marina Abramović and Uli create performances of long duration, pushing the body to extremes.
like you're 20 now, you know?
I know. I
Just
saw
open
that. Yeah, the makeup wrinkle.
Makeup wrinkle.
Yeah.
Gross.
Thank you. Get in there. You just can't wrinkle.
You look amazing.
So now comes to the really interesting moment. And this was when I really got into the main culture. Sex in the City.
Yes.
I never heard of Sex in the City at that time, but all, the people was looking at the program, but I was in Europe and in the parlor. And I made this piece called House of Ocean. It was in Sean Kelly Gallery. It was very demanding, very special piece. We won the award for the best piece of the year. I have the 3 ladders with knives and the boxes there, as you see. When I stayed 12 days without any food and no talking, only drinking water from the tap. This is the bed I slept in the gallery. This is the table and the chair. This is the bathroom where I take a shower and pee. I didn't do anything else because I didn't eat. And
How long were you there? How many days?
12 days.
12 days.
12 days. It was so important.
It is nicer than most New York apartments. It is nicer than most New York apartments.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so important that I stand always at the top of the ladder, because the top of the ladder, it was that I really have to be in my mind here and now, because if I fall, I can injure myself because they're knives. So that I was always being in the present, here and now. I sleep on the bench. I pee. I take a shower. I stand, I change clothes every day, different color. And now the gallery got actually invitation and to ask if they can film this piece. Artist is the Sex in the City in the gallery, and somebody will play me. And I was traveling, and I give permission, they put my credits, they pay some compensation to use the segment. So this is what I did.
And she's doing this for how long? 16 days, 24 hours a day. This is day 6. It gets worse. By changing my personal energy field, I'm attempting to change the energy field of this room, and perhaps that energy shift will shift the energy of the world. Good for her. So besties for lunch. When I was working in the galleries, performance art was more theater than installation. She's moved it to the next level. While girlfriend needs to move a comb through her hair, she has company. That Charlotte from his gallery in Spring Street sends her very best. Okay, that's there we go. Oh my God. That's Alexander Petrovsky, the artist. He is the full...
Thank you. No.
Excuse me, Mr. Petrovsky.
Yes?
I don't mean to bother you, but I just have to say thank you. When I first moved to New York and was working in the galleries, your abstract #1 was my first important sale. And this is such a thrill. I mean, you defined the 70s in terms of progressive.
And what did you think about this work today?
Very moving, significant.
And what did you think?
It's good.
Yeah, but you thought it was funny. I've heard you laugh.
I'm not very arty.
You don't think it's significant?
Oh, please. There are depressed women all over New York doing the exact same thing as her. I'm not calling it art. I mean, if you put a photo on that platform, it's just a typical Friday night waiting for some guy to call. Just kidding. And frankly, I don't buy the whole 24 hours not eating thing. I bet if anyone bothered to come down here at 3 in the morning, she wouldn't even be up there. She'd be around the corner having a Big Mac. Why do you think she has the night flatters? To keep her from running out for a snack.
And who are you?
What do you mean?
Your name?
Oh. I'm Carrie Bradshaw.
You are a comic.
And I'm Charlotte York. I mean, Goldenblatt. I forgot my married name. I just got married, so Can I just say again how very, very important your work is?
So?
Oh my God. We just met Alexander Petrovsky. You were a comic?
So this obviously introduced your work in a way to a lot of people who hadn't seen it otherwise.
What happened there, I live in Amsterdam, and there is a beautiful, expensive organic shop with vegetables. But right now, not anymore. Not at all.
So at the time you were not thrilled
No,
the way
I took this so seriously, this work, and everything I do is took seriously, and it was really trashed in the mainstream culture.
How quick was that from when you had actually done the show? It must have been pretty quick after.
After that, I immediately, I think the year after, I went to have the 7 easy pieces in Guggenheim, and then 3 years later in MoMA.
Wow.
So I made the 3, when I came to New York, I knew that I have to do something really different than anybody else. So I made the 3 pieces who made a big impact here. House with Ocean View, 7 easy pieces in Guggenheim, and Artist is Present in MoMA. And then I made some other works, but this year I'm premiering a very important piece in the Park Avenue Armory called Balkan Erotic Epic, which I actually talked last time here extensively in my talk.
So this will be December. December
8th is the premiere. It's going to play 10 times.
And this is something to bring the kids to? Should I bring my kids?
No. How old are you?
9, 7, and 4.
No.
Well, how much can you talk about it now? How much?
I really made the entire talk like our reunion last time. But
Yeah.
basically, it's just in short, I investigate, Balkan culture and to see how the genitals and phalluses are used in everyday life, in the childbirth, planting onions, potatoes, the magic of Balkan. And we really studied this and really protected it in the modern time. It's around 120 people participating. There's lots of nudity. And let's see, the criticism in Europe was extremely positive, and I didn't expect it because nudity is always seen as a pornography. But I really tried to make poetry and make something transcendental. And I hope that I succeed to do the same here.
Do you get nervous before a show opens, especially back in New York City?
I'm nervous all the time, and nervous now I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Because you present, certainly in your work, there's this sort of self-assured confidence about it. And I think that was one of the things I love the most about the documentary. There was a vulnerability you allowed by letting the cameras follow you through that process. And we got to see that you were not actually as sure of the work as it seemed if you were to see it perform.
What I'd like to ask you, what is the process of research? How you research so well? And how you made a completely new performances out of this material?
I mean, that was my favorite thing when, we were trying to come up with what would this fictional Marina do for shows? And the first thing, again, we shot it in Budapest. I should say, Kate Blanchett probably lost money doing this. She came to Budapest for a week, and the first thing we asked her to do was one of her early shows was called Spin Cycle, and it was just her in a dryer, just going back and forth. And on the very first day, she like basically twisted her ankle because we made her crawl inside a dryer. And she said yes. So it is a reminder that art is not as safe as you want it to be. But it was really, you know, it was, again, to try to think of work that would both reflect the boldness you have, but also be a little funny was one of my favorite.
I'm really sorry that you cannot show some more material. Do you have some more footage, especially the ending with the artist is present?
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, it's on Netflix. So you can just cue it up.
Can you show us the 5 minutes ending up there?
If they can find it, let us know if you can find it, because I'll set it up a little bit. It requires that. While they do that, is there anybody here? If you want to throw a hand up, and if you have any questions for Marina, and then they can let us know if they have more tape. Does anybody have anything they would like to ask? Yes. Yes. Hi.
First of all, in your thoughts on artificial intelligence now, copying everything, and that everybody has their need.
I think my presence is quite important, but I also understand that I have to deal with some new technology, like mixed reality. For me will be interesting, not augmented reality, but mixed reality, that actually can film some of my performances, so that actually I could be there, always there. You know, it's some kind of immortal, view. But the rest, I give permission to the young artists to re-perform my works. And only the work who actually include the danger, life danger, I will not give this kind of permission. But for the rest, it's very open. You have to ask permission, and you have to really look that you're the right for the performing, and we're training people to do that.
Have you in your career, do you feel as though you get excited about new technologies?
Yes and not. Technology have lots of danger too, especially I think the artificial intelligence. It's really, we absolutely are playing with the fire. We don't know what it's going to lead, because the science fiction of 70s is reality today. What is your opinion about this?
About artificial intelligence?
Yes, I really would like to know.
It is terrifying how fast it is getting better at doing things, and at the same time, it won't ever be able to do anything new. It will only be able to do versions.
People are waiting for a long time to sit with me, hours. Then they come to sit with me. They observe by me, they observe by the cameras, they observe by the photographer, they observe by the audience. There's nowhere to go except in themselves. At the moment you reach that moment to be in yourself, this all sadness and expression and emotions and happiness, everything come out to the surface. That was really something that I didn't expect to happen, but was happen every time.
And then I believe the first part is, can I boil it down to, are you resting well? Are you resting well right now? Are you sleeping well?
Where? In this moment?
Not this moment. Just in general, I would guess at night.
I'm not sleeping that well these days.
You're not sleeping that well? Did you ever have a time in your life where you were a really good sleeper?
Yeah, when I was young, I slept a lot. I slept 10 hours a day easily.
Yeah, those days are over.
The older you get, you sleep less.
Okay.
Question for him.
Stop it. You're making it awkward.
Hi, Marina. We're here.
It's for me again.
Hi, Marina. So I went to the show in Ljubljana. It was really beautiful, and I was looking at all your handwritten notes and your photos from the 70s. I know that you participate in planning out your shows in person, all do it yourself. So I'm curious, reflecting on those 12 years of work recently, how did you feel? Did you discover something new? Just curious in general.
Reflecting on your last 12 years, your last 12 years
Yeah,
of work, yeah. When you reflected back, was there? What did you feel? What emotions did you
I
feel?
hate to reflect black. I hate all this sentimentality, nostalgia. You know, once the work is done and I have a curator to put the work together for the others, it's really something that I'm interested in how to move on. Right now, I'm preparing a very big show in the Venice Biennale, in Accademia d'Arte. I will be the first artist to have contemporary space there, opening, 4 and 5th of May during the Biennale. And it's called Transforming Energy. And it's all new work, and the entire work is about being interactive. The public is doing the work. Because I understood in my performance practice, it's not just about me doing performances and you're just witness. The only way that you can understand what is the performance is that you experience yourself. So I'm giving you this opportunity, and the show is going to be 6 months in the Venice Biennale for everybody to see.
I'll just answer a question. I'll
Okay,
just pretend you asked me something. What was my SNL audition? It was 2001. I did an impression of Hugh Grant and an impression of Russell Crowe. And then I played, my Hugh Grant was like, frankly. That was about it. I did do a movie on to celebrate her Armory show and her 80th birthday. Deal. And I know, by the way, I think we all know based on what you've heard tonight, if she's not on, she will sue me.
Okay, now, do you have a joke for us?
Do I have a joke for you? That's not the kind of question I care for. We never really got an answer as to whether or not they could show anything. I would like to show it. We can play it? What is it? Oh, we were going to show the end of the documentary now, so that no one will give us any feedback on that. I'm sorry, you do have to answer another question. We're going to take one more from the audience. Great, there's one. Yes, sir. And what about, the other question was, if you're a young artist and you feel as though your work is getting appropriated, either from your peer group or maybe even from someone more established, what would you recommend to young artists in the world?
But if as a young artist your work is already appropriate, I think this is a sign of big success.
Yeah. So just take it as an honor.
Just take it as an honor. Don't fight it.
I hope somebody tonight, at least one person, gets a tattoo of the two of us on stage.
You should organize it in tent outside. Tattoo available for half price.
We want to thank you all so much for being here. Can we have one more round of applause? We really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Did you like it?